When that looked like, especially the way you guys came out, the way you played that first period, like you were playing, a pretty good hockey game. What happened after that first?
Yeah, I think the first and even the second period were some solid minutes by us, and just the third, obviously you're down 2 going into the third, but we didn't play near as hard or good enough, down for that final 20, and obviously that's what happened. So that's on us. We got a lot better as a group. Just stick together and get ready for tomorrow.
As desperate as you guys are for points, when you get behind by 1 or 2, does it add to the extra pressure? Do you start squeezing it a little bit, start doing some things that are uncharacteristic, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about tonight. I just don't think we're desperate enough in the third period. Coming out, they score, pretty much right away. So, that's on us. Even down, up, whatever it is, you got to go out and play hard and give yourself the best chance to win. And, like I said, first period, second period, we had some good minutes, but the third, the push wasn't good enough.
It feels like there's been a number of games recently where you have played good hockey and you're still behind. How tough is that mentally to be in those situations where you're doing what you need to be doing, but you're just not getting the result?
Yeah, we need the result right now. We got to stick together. We got to get back on track. How we're going to play for a full 60 minutes. So that's our focus now. When times get tough, we got to come together even more. And this stretch right here is, no more important than right now for us to stay with it and stay together.
Much of a challenge. How challenging is that to stick together when things are getting tough like this?
Well, we have to, obviously, and I don't think it's a challenge. It's just we've done that all year, and we're going to continue to do that. So, it's on all of us to give ourselves the best chance by playing your hardest, playing for the guy next to you, and that's what we need to bring into tomorrow night.
Erik, you guys come out, play really well in the first period. How frustrating is it to not get rewarded when you're playing that well?
Yeah, it's frustrating. We played downhill on them in the first, for sure. Thought we did it for the most part in the second, too. And then, maybe fought the puck, kind of stepped away from our game, trying to, get back in the game in the third. But, it's frustrating.
Is that pressing a little bit too much to start the third now when you need a couple?
You have to press, but you have to press responsibly, right? That's a team that can make you pay pretty quickly. So, but we had to tie it up.
How disappointing was the finish? You guys are in it for 2 periods, and then it just kind of gets away from
a loss is a loss. It's the same result, right? So, it's just disappointing. I knew that one.
Is it a challenge, like when things are going like this, to keep everybody together? I know everyone's trying to pull in the same direction, but you've been around this league a long time. Is it tough?
Yeah, no. We're the same team. Like when it was going well, we're the same team now. This is a great group of guys, a lot of character in this room, and we're working towards a goal. And sometimes you have disagreements, but we all love each other here. It's not any different.
I guess same question, Matthew. You guys come out, start the game really well, and are not rewarded for it. How frustrating is that, and how difficult does that make it to stick with the game plan?
We played a solid 2 periods, and as professionals, we have a job to do for 60 minutes, and we kind of let it slip away in the third there. And I thought all year we've done a good job handling adversity. We're right back at it tomorrow. It's just one of those games. Couldn't really get anything going despite our play in the first 2, and it just kind of slipped away from us.
Yeah, the challenge has been when you're playing well, doing the game, or playing the game that you want to be playing and not getting rewarded, not getting goals. Is there a common thread in any of those? Because it's happened a couple of times here in the last 5 or 6.
No, I don't think there's a common thread. There's 82 games in a year. You're not going to win all of them. Some games you're going to play bad and win. Some games you're going to play good and lose. It's just the way the game goes, and I don't see a common thread here. Just didn't get the job done, period. I don't have anything else for you.
You guys have all mentioned the third period and the start of the third. Did you get away from things, maybe trying to push for that goal, trying to get back into it?
Yeah, it wasn't our best period of the night, that's for sure. It's pretty fresh, so I'd have to rewatch the tape. But yeah, it felt like kind of slipped away from us a little bit there, and obviously some character in this room. Some guys tried some stuff, it didn't work. So back at it tomorrow. Yeah.
Matthew, we're on the outside. We're gonna look at playoff standings and all that kind of stuff. There's 7 games left, all that kind of good stuff. But like, just no matter what happens with the playoff race, how important is it for you guys to just come out of this and finish this season strong?
We've been building it all year. Obviously, we set a standard, we set a culture, and as long as there's no E next to our name, and we can fight for that X spot in the standings, and I don't see why we'd have to change anything. We just, I think our first 2 periods tonight were really good. It's a good building block for us. Obviously, they're a good team, so use that to build for tomorrow and go from there.
Dean, how much does it wear on a team to play as well as you did in the first, or maybe the first 2 periods, and not be rewarded for it?
Yeah, we're getting a little tired of saying that. But I guess we have to say it because it's reality. I mean, yeah, it's difficult because we did think we played a real strong period. Started with the right mindset. The energy level was great, but for whatever reason, you lack some confidence and whatever the hell that is, and something bad happens and like a goal, and all of a sudden it's like, we're reeling a bit, and it's uncharacteristic for this team, for us to do that. So, we've got to find a way as coaches and players to, if something does happen like that and we are out playing a team or playing really well, we just got to, stay with it. And, we've credited our leadership group all year to do that. We believe they'll do it again.
Feeling from the guys we spoke with in the room was that there was a bit of a departure from your game in the third, maybe pressing a little bit too much. Did you see that?
Of course. Got away from us. We did some individual things. We're not gonna. Yeah, are we disappointed in that? Yeah. Did we address it already? Yeah. But the main thing is we've got to be better. Obviously, until we get to that point. What happened after that, like you said, in the third, I think we can throw that out. We need to figure out how we're gonna, get that start turned into, more of a positive direction than a negative one.
Is there any concern where you're going? I mean, every one of these games is huge, and when they don't work out like this, sometimes there can be finger pointing a little bit. Is there any of that going on?
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what we addressed, that we've stuck together all year. What would we change at this point? Forget about pressure and whatever, and all of that. You don't change just because, there's a situation that is a little bit negative, and we haven't. And, we've done it a couple times maybe, and tonight we certainly did, so we addressed it real early, and, we've focused now on our start tomorrow night again, and hopefully it goes in the right direction and not as it did tonight in the wrong one.
Not trying to pin this on Elvis in any way at all, but just coming off last game, the way it ended, was there any thought to not going with him tonight, like coming into this one?
No, there was all of us to blame in this hockey game.